Thank you LEGO for sending these minifigures for review. Here is the new and upcoming LEGO Minifigure Collectible Series number 27. It might show up in stores with this kind of display that has two of these small paper boxes inside, and in them you'll find your usual minifigure parts and paper instructions for the more complex builds some of them have. Each of these displays add a complete collection that for Series 27 means 12 different minifigures, so without further ado, let's start with the Wolfpack Beast Master, one of the most impressive ones of the entire collection, I think. The sword and shield are great add-ons, and the cape is actually thicker than your usual minifigure style capes, which I don't think I've seen before, with different textures on each side. The prints are outstanding, including arm printing as well, with that chainmail decoration coming from under the sleeves, and the headpiece is dual printed, with one having this whistling effect to it to call the wolf, a new molded animal I think that looks amazing and is quite big when placed next to a minifigure, I think. Classic Castle fans will be on the lookout for this particular one with very good reason. The steampunk inventor is just as amazing, but for different reasons, I think. The prints on the body with those golden details shining under the light look great, dual molded legs, arm printing, and even head printing, just to name a few highlights. There's also this whole assembly he can hold that I kinda like to think of it as a time machine of sorts, even though that doesn't make any sense. But I just set my mind on thinking of this guy as a time traveler, so that's what I'm calling it going forward. Costume fans seem to be a popular choice for collectible minifigure series, so here's the pterodactyl one, which I find absolutely hilarious. Those arms going up with the wings underneath look really weird when you're used to regular minifigure arms, but do the job well. There's prints on the head part of the costume, and the minifigure itself also has dual printed head. In this series you get not one, but two costume fans, with the other one being the hamster one, this time around a kid with your usual over-the-top minifigure treatment, especially on the molded costume head, dual expression headpiece, and a tile I can't really make out what it's meant to be. Any help deciphering this? The boogeyman is interesting, probably the least appealing of them all to me personally, since it somehow doesn't seem to fit with the rest of the lot, but again, comes down to personal taste. I do like the book he has, with a special print for the cover and another for the 1x2 tile inside, probably telling the monster's story. The jetpack racer, on the other hand, is probably my favorite of this series. I may be a bit biased when it comes to sci-fi related stuff, so there you have it, but it looks really cool and detailed. Every possible surface of this minifigure is printed, and I gotta love the octane reference on the sides of the leg there. The head is dual printed as well, with that face mask covering his mouth on one of the prints, but my favorite detail has got to be that dual molded helmet piece with that trans red bead where you can see just enough to make out the guy's head inside. I almost feel like building either a robot or a spaceship for this dude to pilot. The cat lover shows his love with that crazy sweater that could not fit another cat in there, even his arms have cat prints. The second face expression has a bit of a cartoony look, but he sure feels like he is about to sneeze, maybe due to all of the cat hair that can be seen in his legs. He has a new to me ball of wool element to play with his cat, a Turkish Angora breed it seems, another new molded animal I don't think I've seen before. I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to minifigure parts, but the longboarder also seems to feature new elements. His longboard for starters, that she can ride or grab from several different points, the dual molded headpiece with green hair coming out of it, and a backpack element I don't remember ever seeing before. All minifigure parts are printed in every single possible surface, so again, outstanding figure. The astronomer kid is super cute, and one of the first times I got to see this new prosthetic hand element that simply attaches like this to the minifigure. It is quite a plain character beyond that, does feature dual expression head, with one of the expressions being the peeking eye kind of look, perfect to use with the included telescope that, by the way, also features a piece I've never seen before. The Cupid is kinda silly, but I guess it will come in handy for Valentine's Day related builds. Equipped with the red bow and art, but the silliest and funniest detail is the second expression with those cartoony art-shaped eyes. The Pirate Quartermaster is the only other minifigure of the series featuring a cloth type element, this this time around for a skirt of sorts. And while the hairstyle does not fit the pirates theme for me personally, as it feels way too modern for that, the body prints are spot on and super useful for pirate-based builds. She also has a slashing sword, actually two if you count the extra, and a cockatoo bird, which also feels new to me, but I'm sure people will point it out down below in the comments. The last minifigure of the lot is the plush toy collector, wearing a cat onesie pajama, judging by the hood laid down on her back, makeup that matches the overall color scheme of the whole thing, and the plushes themselves feel to me like a new element as well, coming in two different colors with their respective prints. I've been far from the minifigure game for too long, yet this collection feels very playful, featuring a wide range of fandoms that will for sure appeal to a lot of people. And with me being the not so minifigure driven LEGO fan, I still find some of these absolutely brilliant, to the point of feeling inspired enough to make builds for them, so that can't be a bad sign. Would love to know what your favorites are down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.